while we've discerned the purpose of the research conducted here, the traces that remain might afford us great insight into what came of it. Let's take a look around for information as well as a way to the upper level. I'm absolutely expecting nonsense. Like, that is one thing that I am very much expecting. Especially if we're dealing with soul transfer and weird shit. I'm expecting cuckoo bananas. Also, I love that they let us walk back through the dungeon in this area, because this area is cool as hell. Very Resident Evil. Hey kid, what's up? What happened to the people here? Did they all leave, or did we already meet them? Oh no, we met them, they dead. I murdered them. Think that people actually volunteered their souls for these experiments. Success was far from guaranteed, and even in the best case, they would cease to be men. Was their devotion to Zoology so absolute? Real ass question. There's Alice. Can I click the iron rock gate? It won't open. I don't think it'll yield to our shoulders either. I'll have to do the old-fashioned way and find the key. Let me in! Looks like the touchscreen to get in my office. Lol, 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 lol. Graha? I wonder what Becklug would make of this research into transferring souls. Probably there'd be a giant flying pig somewhere here if that was the case. The research has likely moved between the upper and lower levels. Perhaps we can find a key among their belongings? It makes me angry to think about what they did here. They're recruiting volunteers for a new experiment. I know I'm not as bright as the others, but they wouldn't laugh at me if I was stronger than them. This might be my chance. Soul transferred a few days ago. I can write. Can write good, yes? I am good, very good. Getting hard to control strength. Today bit off hand of feeder. Cannot help it so strong. Hungry, always hungry, cannot control eat. I must eat, am eater, must eat. That's how I feel. Really, that if I could just make my life that, am eater, eat. Yeah, hell yeah. I get it. Supplies for the staff are neatly arranged within the cabinets. Among the various items is a manual outlining regulations and tranquilizing gas to be used in emergency. You dig deeper. And find a verification key! Hey, bing bong! Was there anything over here? Also, we can't go out. Okay. I realize now they're little cans of like disinfectant or some type of medicine, but from this angle, running up to them, I thought it was just a bunch of beer bottles, and I was kind of like, yo, one of these guys was like, fuck, I don't even care anymore. All these guys are eating each other. I just want to drink. I'm tired of this bullshit. You found the key? Great, I'll call the others. Oh boy. It seems the key can be used to operate the lift as well. Up we go. That is a black elevator. It looks very, very cool. Has very, creepy undead facility vibes. This is too modern to be Control. Even though I like the idea of doing Final Fantasy XIV Control, this is too modern. So what the shit is that on the screen? What is that right there? What is... Oh, is that the rabbit? So this is the observatory. I didn't expect it to be similar, but this is a far cry from the temple that held Valagramanda. All the machinery appears to still be in operation. I expect that there are auxiliary systems in place to ensure that monitoring can continue even in emergencies. The warnings indicate various anomalies related to the seal's failure, most likely. For a blessing, we managed to fell the beast before it could cause harm. Right then, let's see if we can find some clues about Gululja's mother. That's an awful close-up. I think I can use this terminal. Shell taught me how. Little tiny boy at a big old computer. Typing in with his little tiny hands. It's really cute. There's so much data. I don't know what we should look at. Perhaps we can narrow down the search by inputting the name Tishalja. It's a Unix system. I know this. We start flying through buildings. Ah, they brought up a lot of results. They all seem to say the same thing. Here we go. Tishalja, administrator of experimental treatments research logs. Come on, let's get weird. That sounds good, doesn't it? Let's get weird. Chances are the data's encrypted, and even if not, it will take considerable time to go through it all. Then let's take it with us to the back room and have Shell analyze it. Technically we can, because her earring is a thumb drive. Alright, I'll transfer it to the storage device I brought. This kid has it all. There, it's finished. Thank you so much for bringing me all the way here, everyone. If you're happy, then so am I. Besides, I was able to learn more about my brother as well. It was a fruitful adventure for both of us. Yeah, I'm so happy. Yeah. What is the command? I can't let you do that by yourself. Oh, we shaking. Oh, we shaking. Wait, hold on. Can I do this with the... Shaking up some evil conspiracies over here. Kilusa is really good at driving the hover cargo. I wonder if I can learn how to drive it too. Not till you're 16. I'm glad we could find what we sought in the abandoned facility. It seems safe to say my brother returned to Yue Yawada for the Tural withdrawal. He wanted its power no matter the cost. I'll not soon forget our visit to that facility. It was a troubling reminder of the depravity that can arise from the belief that souls are simply a resource to be exploited. I admit that Tural withdrawal gave me a fright at first, and then I remembered who felled the mighty Valagramanda. And here we are. The authorities will doubtless wish to be informed about the facility and its contents. But first things first, let's deliver the data to Shell. There's a Manderville man by the docks. There always is. There always is. He's right there. I see him. Let's get crazy. I'm ready. I'm ready for the weirdness. I need at least one meanwhile. I need some wackadoo thing to happen. Just something. Give me something. Geode's over here now. You found information on Galuja's mother. You lot never cease to amaze. Having now spent some time in these harsh environs, I feel I have a better understanding of how much a steady presence Fiend was to her people. Galuja had no trouble keeping up during the outing. He really is his father's son. Or clone. What I can see, things haven't changed much since the funeral. People are still listless like before. I've been thinking, it may behoove us. Krile and I have the exact same vernacular. I say behoove way too much. Behoove us to learn how to use the various devices found throughout Alexandria. Better late than never, after all. The data will be in good hands with Shale. It was Shale who gave me the storage device before we left. She said that we'd probably need it, and we did. Sure thing. Welcome back. Galuja has already given me the storage device. There looks to be a wealth of data, all which is encrypted, so I'll need time to process everything. In that case, Alcé and I might take ourselves around the city and check on the people. Aye, their mood has us a bit worried. I don't know if there's anything we can do to help, but we'll see. Understood. I'll let you know as soon as I finish my work. Thank you. We'll see you again soon. Oh, Geode? I'll say isn't wrong. The mood out there is still grim. Some of the Turali remember a time before they were dependent on the Sol system, but even they're unsettled and wondering aloud if they'll have the chance to reunite with old friends and family before they pass on. With good reason, too. The journey home won't be an easy one for those who've grown old. That's why it's mostly been younger folks who have been leaving for Tural, ones with no elders to care for. Word of that problem has reached us in Tuliolol. Oh, wrong voice. My brother has been doing all he can to see Jacques Tural Railroad restored to operation so that people may come and go more freely. Unfortunately, the tracks only go as far as Vanguard, so some traveling by foot will still be necessary. Even so, the railroad would make things slightly easier. How long before it's back in service? I couldn't say. When I left for this visit, Kona seemed reluctant to make promises. But while Shale's working on data, we could go and see the state of it for ourselves. To Shaloni Station, then. All right. Okay. Remember last time we were here and I made a giant bomb? Good times. Good times. Really made me smile. Vow of resolve and little JC to boot. What can I do for you? We're hoping for some good news about the railroad. There's an increasing number of people looking to return to Tural that can't make the journey on foot. I see. As it happens, the Vow of Reason is also on his way here to take stock of the situation. Scratch the on his way. Shut up. This man was like, you know what? I'm gonna look fabulous. Looking good, Arable. As the guild ship has officially approved my transition from gleaner to independent contractor, I was in need of a more befitting attire. You're here about the railroads too? It was in part for my sake the original Dawnblazer was sacrificed, so I felt it only right that I assist with this replacement. Speaking of which, I assume Lamashi has explained the growing urgency of the need? We have you to report? The new locomotive was on track for completion, but we've had difficulty pulling her into the station, in a manner of speaking. You see, when we used the Dawnblazer to get into the dome, urgency outweighed all other considerations. But now we're back to our original problem, how to run the railroad without upsetting the inhabitants of Hhetsarro. That is the rroneek. Though the Hhetsarro that follow them are none too pleased about the rest of being spooked by the noise of the locomotive either. The solution I've devised is to quieten the railroad should address that complaint. But the silent train presents a different danger. The rroneek will need to be deterred from wandering across the tracks. And I suppose we can't just blow the whistle at them. They'll panic and be put off their grazing again. Weren't the rail routes plotted to avoid the rroneek's preferred grazing areas, though? It's odd they're getting so close in the first place. The rroneek grazing patterns have shifted since the tracks were laid. I'm not certain why, but I intend to ask people of the Mewada zone, never be able to say that, for their insight. As a major proponent of the railroad, I have a duty to assist in this matter, and I, too, would hear that the Hhetsarro have what they have to say about it. They are the ones most affected, after all. I believe it would be best to begin by consulting their leader, Watto. I forgot this dude's name was Watto. The rest of you can accompany us to Hhetsarro Common if you like. Nod. Wrong thing. Here we go. Incoming Watto voice. I'm gonna need some water for this. I forgot this dude's name was Watto. Vow of resolve! Vow of reason! I bid you welcome to our camp. But what brings you all the way to Melwazana? Thank you for seeing us. Our visit concerns the matter of Tural Railroad. Little Annie! Your Jedi mind tricks don't work on me. You two have noted the rroneek's unexpected change in behavior then. My son, Shepeto, has been looking into this matter. Shepeto! Normally, we'd expect the rroneek to keep their favorite grounds nearby for a while yet. And despite a thorough search, we haven't found anything wrong with the quantity or quality of the grazing in Pyarioanan and Yawatanen. Yet they refuse to keep to where they usually would, instead pushing westward toward your railroad. I can certainly see no cause for this unseasonal migration. Nevertheless,
Should they continue to move to the west, we will follow.
As any true Hhetsarro would, I suppose. As you may have surmised, I'm Hhetsarro descent. My parents traveled with the rroneek as well, though I myself have no memory of the experience. I was left behind as a babe, you see, during such a migration, one of many sacrifices necessitated by a nomadic lifestyle, I'm forced to assume. A chance encounter with the Campo merchant was the only reason I survived. Taking pity on me, he taught me his trade that I might fend for myself. I became a stall keeper in Tural markets, and that is where the Dawn servant found and adopted me. I had already been in the palace some time when the Machi came to join us. Like me, she had been cast aside by her parents. I knew the pain of solitude and wanted to spare her that suffering. As this tiny child's new brother, I swore I would always be there for her.
Truly? I've never heard of a rroneek choosing a path so arduous as to force such a terrible decision. Nor of any Hhetsarro willingly leaving their own flesh and blood behind. There must have been some exceptional circumstance.
I cannot say. The idea of following in their footsteps that I might better make excuse for their actions never much appealed to me. But even if it might help understand their current behavior? As is so often the case, you are correct. That's true. Though my discomfort with their Hhetsarro way may arise from fear of reopening old wounds rather than blind fervor of innovation, it would nevertheless see me repeat the past mistakes. And to refuse to learn one of our country's treasured traditions would make me a poor Dawn servant indeed. Please, teach me the rroneek and what they mean to you. I promise to listen with an open mind.
Let me tell you, little Kona. We'll be delighted. In the meantime, your companions are welcome to look around. But not for little Annie. He has to beat Sebulba.
You learn Hhetsarro culture with me. I should like to approach this with the fervent curiosity that you and your sister share. Yeah, all right, sure. Then it's settled. You'll learn of the rroneek, and we'll have a look around the plains. And perhaps in the process we'll find the answers we seek. The quickest way to learn about our way of life is to do as we do. I hope you're not above manual labor. I am not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I shall put forth every... Oh, that's Kona. I'm not the most experienced, I'm ashamed to admit, but I'll put forth every effort. That's all we ask. Take these tools, do a bunch of work, mix some drinks. Now, introduce yourself to anyone who looks busy and ask if you can help. They'll be happy to teach you what to do in exchange for another pair of hands to do it. Hey, what are we doing? Oh, Lord, there's something way over. Let's start way over here. You stroke the rroneek's coat, you note that many portions are shaggy and tangled. This one's fur is a bit overgrown, but a good brushing should set it out. Would you like to give it a try? You'll need the right tool for the job, mind you. A comb of the type you're using, you're used to, would just get lost in the tangle. Fur brush. Ah, Shmedo-san, a rroneek brushed with you, did he? How like him. Now just run it through one little patch at a time, gently. Oh yeah, we're being gentle over here. We're being full gentle. Look at this. Good? You're happy now? You dutifully brush the rroneek until your arms grow weary from the prolonged battle with its coat. It appears much tidier now, though the same cannot be said for your clothes, which have acquired a new coat of their own. Well done. With less excess fur, our friend here will be more comfortable in the afternoon heat and less susceptible to illness. A combed coat also makes it easier for us to identify injuries, should the need arise. Look at us, learning something new every day, just patting down giant creatures. I'm afraid I've finished with my task for the time being, but since you're so eager to learn about our way of life, why don't I tell you a bit about our migration customs? If you're here, you likely already know that the rroneek are our our guides that we travel with through the turning of the seasons. We trust them to lead us to fertile lands with all we need to survive. But you may not know that sometimes the herd splits into two, bound for different paths. On those occasions, we Hhetsarro must also part with half our number. You may think it's strange and stressful custom, but over the years, it's seen us visit new lands, broaden our horizons as people. This, too, is the wisdom of the whatever. Hhetsarro is what it is. This won't do. The wind will go right through it, and me without my needle and sinew. Okay, I have a whole box of that. Oh, these are precisely what I needed. I should be able to patch up the covering now. Given how often we pack up and reassemble our tents, they're bound to get the occasional tear. Fortunately, the rroneek hide they're made of is durable enough that we generally needn't worry. It's almost like their entire culture is based off rroneek and giant robots. You're learning about the Hhetsarro way of life, are you? I may have a thing or two to share, but rather than talking your ear off, let me test your powers of deduction. I find answers much easier to recall later if I arrive at them myself. Our Hhetsarro provide us with something that we use in medicines, poultices, and soap to drive away pests and sustain our fires. What is it? Bones? Hooves? Are hooves bones? Both horns and hooves have cores of bone, and we use all those materials, albeit primarily in tent poles, instruments, and the like, but it's not quite the answer I was looking for. Really? I can't. Is it dung? Again? I didn't want it to be, but here it is. It sounds like there's a story there, but that is indeed the correct answer. We've discovered a myriad of uses for rroneek chips over time, each a boon to our way of life. Where there is a need, our Hhetsarro always provide. Got it. Done. It's always poop. I tried to make it something it wasn't. It's always poo. Smell of grass in the wind? Which is a good thing, I promise. You could nearly be mistaken for one of us, if a bit on the shorter side. Cool. I have to wonder how Valkona's getting on. I assume he would be reluctant to get his hands dirty, but it seems his wish to understand us was sincere. Ah, there he is now. Look, I made a friend. His name is Little Pooper.
Apologies for my tardiness. I was tasked with grazing the rroneek and ended up rather far afield. I found myself wandering hither and thither as my companion's inclination to force us back on the trail seemed inappropriate. But how was your own work? Have you anything to share?
Revolves around the rroneek, but in turn the people receive all they need. Yeah. We'll say that.
Yes, I feel the truth of this myself. While I was hesitant to leave my fate to the whims of the Hhetsarro, rather than tread man-made paths, I've arrived where I was meant to be all the time. All the same. Mine is not the only way, though at times I lack the experience to know otherwise. My inability to conceive of how decision might be right does not mean that it is wrong. My parents had a duty to the rroneek, as they did to me. So I wonder if their leaving behind was not so selfish an act as I once believed. I have no way to know, of course, and regardless, this has no bearing on our present concerns. We are here to service in the service of the people of Tural, after all. Nevertheless, I thank you for helping me find deeper meaning in what we've done today. And I will endeavor to remain curious, especially where Hhetsarro are concerned.
I'm glad to hear that, Valcona. You're welcome among our herd anytime. Dun, gong, gong, gong. What an interesting little sidetrack. I'm not sure I know where they're going with this. I am very curious. Kona, how'd it go?
I believe I finally understand the significance of the Hhetsarro. They nurse the Hhetsarro as they grow and provide warmth and companionship in a harsh and unpredictable world. They are the equal of any man, not beast to be tamed. Moreover, rroneek are sensitive. Though we may treat their injuries or brush their coats to keep them hale, they must ever be free to follow their instincts and seek lands where they might thrive. The Hhetsarro would never cage them, and neither should we. To control their migratory patterns or capture those who wander too close to the tracks is out of the question.
Then it is particularly important to advance our original line of inquiry. Fortunately, we were able to visit the rroneek's once favored grazing grounds. As we were told, the grass looks fine, but the place is so quiet. It's not just the rroneek, even the birds and mice have fled. We did encounter one pack of Ceratoraptors, but they look to be passing through in a hurry.
Typically, that sort of behavior and the fauna would be associated with natural disasters, earthquakes, landslides, and the like.
Though the Hhetsarro would have surely put two and two together were the cause geological. I measured the areas either to be certain. There was indeed nothing to suggest recent environmental disruption, but I did notice one anomaly. A strong etheric signature to the east, moving across the plain, albeit slowly.
And a powerful one, I guess not. A predator, given the local fauna's behavior.
And one of the raptors we saw looked like it had a bite taken out of its tail by something with very large fangs. It couldn't be. Wait, hold on, this is Watto.
It couldn't be a Hhetsarro.
Hhetsarro. Rroneek, reaver, in the common tongue, are people of several names for such creatures. Fangs that steal Hhetsarro in the night is another evocative one. Rroneek can fend off many predators with their horns, but not the Hhetsarro. Their scales are tough as adamant, and neither horn nor arrow can pierce them. A well-toothed carnivore with an unusual tough hide? I cannot recall any such fauna in this region. They usually roam the wilds of the northeast, and most herds keep well clear of them. I can't tell you why this one is so far from home, and it's packed both. In any case, I believe the source of rroneek's consternation is clear, as is our next move. We must drive this reaver away, that then may return to their grazing lands in peace. Ow, punch him! Also, I just noticed he has a little... Do you see that on his backpack? Do you see the little... his mom on the backpack? Very cute. Never fear. We'll make certain that the beast threatens you no more. That's cute. That keychain's cute. That's real cute. Oh, are we doing like an actual mission? Love that for me. Rroneek Reaver is a clear threat to the local population. We cannot allow it to roam unchecked. But it won't do for us to run off search with it. Okay, yeah. Great. Save at certain points. Let's go. I am ready. Proceed.
Hhetsarro is coming this way!
I mean, that's what I wanted, so it's all good. Yeah, look at him. He's ready to throw down.
It has beasts across the plains in a panic, and our rroneek are practically paralyzed with fear. We must get them to safety.
I desperately want to know. What is the You know what? I don't need to know. There's clearly a breakdown between the Japanese offices and the American VO offices. Because everyone has said rroneek this entire time. And that dude was like rroneek. Which means a voice director did not tell him how to pronounce that. Which means the voice team was like, fuck it, phone it in. I do not like that. I do not like that. Again, there is clearly the British VO team. Whoever's voice directing that is killing it consistently. The American one, is there a VO person? Is there someone in the room with them that tells? Is there someone in the room that's directing them? I got a lot of questions.
We can assist by helping to calm the creatures. Once they're less agitated, it should be possible to hurt them.
And after they're out of harm's way, we'll deal with the rroneek reaver.
I suggest you remain here to attend to the rroneek when they arrive.
We're calling him rroneek now? Whatever.
They'll be safe with me. Please, be careful out there.
They were rroneek. They were rroneek earlier, right? I'm not crazy? Or have they always been rroneek? Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Make haste. We must protect the rroneek.
Maybe this is the first time I'm actually hearing it, and I just always thought it was
We're right behind you.
rroneek. Maybe I'm the idiot. It's been known to happen. You don't remember them saying it live? Well, then maybe it's always been that way, and I'm foolish. But it looks two E's. I don't know why it would be neck. That's not what a double E sound is.
There they are.
They're terrified. We must do what we can to soothe them.
I remember Aaronville saying neek. I remember it, but maybe I'm wrong. Hey, buddy. Calm down, pal. Do I just soothe? Man. Oh, they want me to just actually click this. Okay. Lol, lol, lol. I just learned about Rugadins. That's true. That's true. You know what? Maybe I'm the problem. I'm looking for someone to blame, and the person to blame is me.
That herd should be all right. Let's look for stragglers. The rroneek are Turali too. None shall be left behind. There must be something up ahead. Come!
Pterodactyls!
There!
These are no match for the likes of us.
I have no beef with Kona's VA. I couldn't even pretend to have one. Unless it got him on a stream, in which case, ugh, you smell like poo-poo. Got him.
In a panic was clearly an understatement. More are coming!
Absolutely insane that all these guys, like, I'm gonna eat those dudes, so help me God. Did I need to get in front of it? Yes, of course. Uh-oh. Dude, an alpha gator? Yo, I get it. What the shit?
All or nothing then.
Oh, the man! Let's go! I didn't have to go all out on that. Okay, well, I couldn't have anyway.
Seems that did the trick.
Come always a big fan of these types of missions.
For the fodder, at least. But where's...
Yo, that guy looks fucking awesome.
Look there! We've got a big one coming!
Impenetrable scales and wicked fangs. That's a rroneek reaver, and no mistake.
There! That one there!
My man's like Aloy over here. Oh, damn.
Not so fast!
I was about to say, I don't think that's how that works. Oh no, his glasses! You don't break a man's glasses! Oh, shit. This guy's dead. You're dead. You're dead. Those are expensive. It's probably the most expensive thing he owns. Gotta have good glasses.
Should it cost me my life?
Or my prescription lenses.
I will save the Hhetsarro!
Bro, I don't even... What the shit? And bounce. Yeah, and bounce off.
Kona! Are you alright?
Do not concern yourself with me. Get the rroneek to safety!
My man's like, I do nothing of value, so come on, guy, let's go.
You've nothing to fear.
Come, stand around and look pretty with me. Let's go.
Right! Let's finish the job!
I brought my little pimp cane. Bro, I don't even know who you guys are.
I made a vow to our people. You shall plague them no longer!
Boy, I wish I could.
Freezing is not without resolve.
Right, so we do no damage to him, really.
Not even a scratch!
But the good news is I'm getting my white magic up at the moment, so that's pretty fun.
I need some time to think, will you? It must have a weakness, and I will find it. Keep it busy. I need time.
Right! Go for the legs! Now we just have to keep it pinned.
Monster Hunter rules.
Get thinking, Kona!
A protective current of ether. But whence does it flow?
Oh, I can't heal him, huh? Whence does it flow?
I got it!
Yo!
One well-placed piercing round to the chest and... You're done for!
Cool.
That stemmed the flow of protective ether.
There's nothing stopping us now! Still not backing down, huh? Fine with me!
What is this nonsense? What are we doing?
Must disperse that ether ere the reaver recovers it!
This is going to hurt.
I wasn't gonna do that again. I was just gonna end that guy. Great. That was a fun fight.
We did it.
That would be even a cooler mount. If little JC had it.
The Hhetsarro, are they?
The rroneek have all made it to Hhetsarro. Hunters are scouring the area for any remaining threats. But the local fauna appear to have calmed down.
rroneek it is. I will never question it again. I thought it was a mistake, but it is an accurate assessment of what they are called. And I am a fool.
We cannot thank you enough for your timely aid. You, most of all. bow of reason. We feared you would be loath to take direct action, yet you didn't hesitate to put your life on the line for our Hhetsarro.
I did no more than is a Dawn servant's duty. The ethereal conductivity of those scales is astounding. I dare say we could repurpose them to create a device that emits controlled pulses of ether.
Ether resembling that of the predator the rroneek fear most.
So they won't go near the trains. Crazy.
It might work. If we struck the right balance, we would have the means to deter the rroneek from approaching the railroad without causing them undue distress.
Incredible! Kona, you've done it again.
Who could it be but Kona?
I
That's
must
me.
say, I was hoping I'd never have to see one of these again. Still haven't forgotten the last one. And it's been more than 20 years now. I had come as a trader to the camp in Hetta. A camp that was obliterated in an instant by that monster.
Hetta. That's where the Pelu trader found me as a babe.
Oh, they never abandoned you. It was the monster.
Please, can you tell me what you saw?
As I said, I had traveled there to trade with our fellow Hhetsarro. Like us, they followed the rroneek. And like us, they were visited by a reaver. The fiend struck like a whirlwind in the night. It was chaos. I grabbed some token belongings and bolted in a panic, thinking only of getting as far away as possible. But even in my panicked state, I could not help but notice the young couple racing the other way, toward the fell creature. "We're distracted," I heard one cry. "Save our son! Save the Hhetsarro!" After that, nothing but the pounding of my heart and feet and rroneek thunder. I ran and ran. And as the sun broke the horizon, I found myself separated from both man and beast. Windborne words say that a group of survivors reunited with their remaining rroneek and have long since moved on. But still more were never seen again, including the brave couple. Or so the story goes.
And what became of their child?
I'm afraid I don't know. But if he wasn't with the survivors, even if he lived through that night, the wilderness wouldn't have been kind to a little one out on his lonesome.
Maybe not. But perhaps a passing Pelu would. And one day, even a Dawn servant himself. All these years, I was convinced that my parents had left me behind to follow after the rroneek. But now I see, they didn't abandon me. They were trying to keep me safe. I've wasted so much time resenting them, when in truth, they gave me everything I have today. It is thanks to them that I live to know the warmth of family, even after they were gone. And now that I am Dawn servant, all of Tuliyola is my family. A family I will always protect. as my parents protected me.
I hate that during this scene I look over at chat and everything just says family. I like family. We're all I don't got friends, I got family. The ride or die. The next patch, Kona shows up in a Gran Torino or some shit. To know that the Hhetsarro are safe is more than enough. Yet, would it be wrong to hope that in protecting them, we also avenge my parents? It is the least I owe to them after all this time. Little I thank you for standing by me as Dawn servant and as of imperfect man beneath that mantle. Now let's return our attentions to the matter we came to address, shall we? We remove the root cause of rroneek staying from their favorite grazing and obtain the tools to devise an additional precautionary measure. A silent whistle, as it were. This whistle must be capable of emitting pulses of ether strong enough that they will shy away from the tracks on instinct, yet not so strong as to drive them into a panic. If we can achieve this, it will be far better sight than our traditional whistle. More effective and less stressful to the creatures themselves. I like how I said that, and this dog right there just like looked up at him like, "That's a good idea, mister." Let's return to Rroneek Station, begin work. Okay. We'll just fly. It's all about family. You gotta have family. Actually, unabashedly looking forward to the next one of those movies. Because Jason, I don't know if you watched the last one, but Jason Momoa killed it, and I want more of that. Jason Momoa channeling a frat bro channeling the Joker is my favorite character in the history. Like, one of my favorite characters. Absolutely super entertaining. It's very obvious he's just like, fuck it, and having a good time. Absolutely here for it. A variety of artisans from across Tural have come to assist with the railroad, so smile. This train will be ready in no time. I love this little hat you have there. It's a very cute hat.
You look pleased about something. Good news for the railroad, I take it? So, the rroneek were avoiding the predators, smart ones they are. And Valcona's not too bad himself. What with his whistle idea, sit tight, we'll have this train on the tracks before you know it.
Sit tight, yes. So smile, we're sitting tight on the tracks. We're using whistles, so there won't be more attacks.
We're ready to go.
Whoa! She looks as good as new.
If I had time to do a proper job, could have really made her shine. Had to cobble together the exterior with spare parts. We refurbished the interior, though. Not that you can appreciate it from out here. But as far as the rroneek are concerned, we've spared no effort. From the ballast to the ties, we've adjusted every bit of the track so she'll run quiet as a field mouse.
I must stress, I'm gonna say rroneek. I'm fine. If they want me to call it rroneek, I'll call it rroneek. I don't give a shit. However, I feel like I'm going crazy because I absolutely swear to God I thought some dude in a previous cutscene back in 7.0 said rroneek like that. Rroneek, and it's driving me crazy. Like, I'll do what they want me to do. I'm not gonna fight it. I don't care that much, but like, also part of me feels like I'm being fully gaslit.
You and your crew have worked wonders. Our nation is in your debt.
Come now. If anything, credit's due to Tural. It's thanks to the folk you recruited from every corner of the continent that we were able to get her up and running so quickly.
Do you think his necklace gets caught in his chest hair often?
Besides, the ethereal whistle's the true marvel. And we wouldn't have that without the scales you brought us. However grateful you are, know that we're even more thankful.
Casual clapping. That one guy's like, it's impressive. It's pretty good. Hello, Raiders. It's pretty good.
Right. If we're done talking, let's put this train through our paces.
So smile and drive this train again. It's not even a train. That's just... That's not even a full train. It's much less impressive. Here we go.
There's a rroneek up ahead.
Flip on the old switch.
Now, to test our whistle.
On it. Just point it in the general direction and...
I like this voice. I like her voice a lot. Oh yeah, we really are Professor Xing.
I should go.
There you go.
It's moving away.
Get out of my mind, Charles! Charles, get out of my mind!
Meanwhile, our friends over there appear wholly unperturbed.
You've done it!
With this, we can alert those who wander too close without disturbing the rest of the herd.
a roaring success! In a quiet way, like. With your permission, Vow of Reason, the Tural Railroad is back in service.
Okay. That damn shaker. For a while there, we were really worried that we'd never get the railroad run again. But now the test drive was such a success, we can breathe easy and start hauling people to and from the dome. First Shaloni, then the continent. Watch out, Tural, here we come.
I share the sentiment, but we've got a mountain of work ahead of us to ensure smooth operations. Time to get back to it. The efforts of all here today have not gone unnoticed. Once more, I thank you.
Still waiting for the twist. Still waiting patiently.
As for our own work, I trust you can handle matters in Alexandria Lamashi.
Waiting for the twist. Give me something crazy. You don't call it Crossroads without shit going down. You can't name a quest that without shit going down. Well, it's possible that Shale's made some headway by now, and regardless, we should spread word that the railroad's been restored to service. Shale, what do you have her working on? Oh yeah, no, we're trying to find out who that kid was. Kulucha's mother? feel the same in his shoes. Have felt the same. Some questions are painful to leave unanswered. There's no cause to look at me like that. The Kafkiwa we met may only have been a simulacrum, but their memory was real. They really wanted you to notice that. I needn't search for what she left behind, because she left it with me. And I would always carry it. A little keychain. Speaking of things you're carrying, is that a teeny tiny Kafkiwa? What? No. It is merely a token from Alexandria. Our friends in Oblivion would not take no for an answer, and I thought it was a good souvenir as any. Whatever you say, for what it's worth, I think it's a nice way to bring her with you on your travels. Yes. Well, you're off to the dome now, aren't you? I thought I might join you for a time. See if there's aught I can do for the people there. Much changed though it is, I still consider it my home. Of course, we can give you a full story on the way. Right. And plot twist. I'm waiting for them to be like, actually, his mother died. And it's not actually his mother. He is a clone of something even crazier than Zeralja. He's a clone of the rabbit man we just killed. He's actually a Zemjers. Looks like we arrived at a good time. Or a bad time. Aravel is wearing his Kafkiwa that makes me so happy. You must be exhausted. Shall I nip out for an energy tonic? So, Zeralja was conducting secret research in Yawata. I have some memories of the place from my childhood. Shale. Glad you're back. We won't want to keep Gululja here waiting any longer than necessary.
Give me the crazy shit. Let's go. A simple yet elegant solution, and thus is the railroad back in operation. Meanwhile, Shale has nearly language finished processing the data. She'll be able to share her findings with us immediately. Hello, bitches! Your queen's back. Am I interrupting something? I am interrupting something, I gather. What an odd time for you to show up. Why, Y'shtola, what brings you here? I've seen enough of the Gate of Sky Deep Cenote for now, so I'm shifting my investigation to living memory. While there, I thought I would do well to have the company of an expert on electrope. I'd like to take a close look at the place myself. I can join you once we've finished here. Lest you fear I've forgotten, once I've made headway with living memory, the key in your keeping shall be the next subject of my scrutiny. Okay. The most nonplussed, like, alright. And?
There was a mountain of data to sift through, much of it tantalizing, I admit.
Give me that good shit, let's go.
But it will take time to fully decrypt everything that piques my interest, so to answer our immediate question, I've been concentrating my efforts on the audio saved by Teishulja herself. While I've not listened to it yet, I have a selection ready for playback. Would you like to hear it now?
This is gonna be great. I'm ready for this. Let's go.
Yes, please.
Although I hope it's not
All
like...
right. Several audio files will now play in sequence.
The last thing I need is for this little boy to know how horned up his mom was for, potential mother for the king. But here we go.
My name is Teishalja, and I've decided to record this to help me put my thoughts in order, I suppose.
Mother?
Officially I was a Virgin with the Lance Guard. I was part of a contingent dispatched to Yasulani to hunt a Tural Vidral that was wreaking havoc. After our mission was complete, I elected to remain. It was the perfect opportunity to document the geographic distribution of medicinal herbs in this region. Or so I said when requesting special dispensation. In truth, I could not bear to return to Tuliolal. I had hoped to aid Commander Zoralja in the right of succession, but he did not so much as look my way. I was never in contention, of course, one of the nameless many in his army. To go back and face that reality was too much for me, so I ran, and in my cowardice, I stumbled upon this path, a path that changed my life. When the dome appeared, I found myself trapped within, and reunited with my commander. How am I to speak of Commander Zoralja?
Not the way you want your kids listening, lady.
I admired him. His incontestable strength. His unwavering focus. He was a man of great passions. I watched him, captivated by his intensity. From afar, I would not dare approach. And in watching, I came to know him. His eyes too sought the distance, but not as mine did. He yearned not for another, but something else, beyond the horizon. That gaze would never fall upon me. I knew. The experiment will soon proceed to its next phase, and when it does, as he promised, I will have my heart's desire.
She looked at me like, should we be playing this?
Today. It should have been today. A new beginning. What I have dreamed of for so long.
Yep. Oh, I knew. If I'm right on this, I'm gonna be so excited.
I hold a future in my arms. If he could see him, embrace him, surely that would be enough. So full of hope I was. A foolish hope.
Its scales are blue.
He's your son.
My... No, I can't. I don't know how. How could I? How? To raise a child, be a father. I don't. I can't. No! No! Get it away from me. Get that thing away from me!
It's all right, little one. Papa was just surprised. That's all. He'll come around. We'll be a happy family. Can you look at shouting for me? The research hasn't been going well, but I can't let him take it out on my baby. Hush now, little one. I know just where to hide you.
That's all of them.
I'm still not convinced that's not a clone. I don't know how. I'm still on the clone train. You can't convince me otherwise.
He was abandoned, the poor dear. We found him in the drift downs a few years ago.
We know some manner of accident happened at the facility after this was recorded. Perhaps your mother couldn't come back for you.
Hey, Gololcha.
I'm fine, Lamachi. Father and Mother, they were both so lonely.
He might not be a clone. Maybe he was created without Zeralja knowing. I mean, I feel like that's what definitely happened. That she was like, give me some of your DNA or something. Because I don't know that the plot point they're saying here was she wanted to fuck down with that guy. And they did. And then he was like, wait a minute. I have a kid from this? Which, by the way, I don't even know how technically that would work. Because they're lizard people, so I don't know like what kind of boning they're doing or how like that all happens for these people. So I feel like they wouldn't address that. I feel like she was like, there's something I want from him and I want to have his child, but like, obviously he's not interested in sex, so I'm gonna like clone this kid.
If we could have been together, maybe they wouldn't have been. But sometimes things don't work out, no matter how hard you try. I can't tell if I'm happier now. But it's better to know, I think. Thank you, everyone.
Interesting that Shtola's the next. What a mess. Look, you're telling me. If the dome had not appeared, Tishalja's tale would have been very different. Yet whether or not she would have been happier, I cannot say. You may find it hard to believe, but until the right succession, Zeralja was a good brother to me, always. I thought that Papa was the best father anyone could ask for. I don't want to think the time we spent together as a family was a lie, but by the same token, the bitterness my brother harbored was all too real. I wish we would have gotten more of that in the game. It's okay. I want to know more about my parents, and now I do. And I don't regret it. I have Lamachi and Kona and you, little. I'm not lonely anymore, or now, or ever was. Shalja left written records as well. I'll compile them for Gulja. Perhaps something in them will be of comfort. No matter how brave a face Gulja puts on, I expect it will take him time to come to terms with this. He's a strong one, though. You needn't worry too much. Why leave such a record, you ask? I cannot be certain, but I believe Tishalja simply wanted someone to know how she felt, to understand. Oh, hello. It's better to know a profound response for one so young. Though I wish he didn't have to be. Gulja is indeed wise beyond his years. Yet one never outgrows the need for dependable companions. 'Tis fortunate that he has you. Thank you, Shale. Because of you, I got to hear my mother's whole story. You heard it because you were brave enough to listen, Gulja. If you remember one thing, remember that. Yay! Now then, having shared what I can at present, I'm ready to head to living memory when you are. I am planning to be thorough, so we'll need to stop for supplies on the way. That said, I promise we won't remain over long, maybe like one patch or so. I know we have much and more to attend to. For now, farewell. I need a solid meanwhile. Give me that meanwhile. A word before you leave. Our network's already spreading word of the railroad. We expected people to be clamoring to get in the first train back, yet the reaction's been the polar opposite. Scant few seem inclined to depart Alexandria anytime soon. What? We spoke before. You said many from Tuliyola were eager to reunite with friends and family. Maybe they're concerned about not getting through Vanguard? If so, we could take turns accompanying them. In any case, we need to speak with people ourselves. Let's start at lane node 9. Trapped. Trapped like a little tiny cutie pie. In a little tiny cutie pie hole. There may still be people gathering at Praxis Park. Let's try there first. Let us. Let us.
The people look uneasy. Did something happen?
Have you heard? Someone was killed in the Thunder Yards.
The Thunder Yards was one of the hunters slain by a beast.
It was a hunter, all right, and a veteran at that. But it was no fiend that did him in. Only a random bolt of lightning.
Such a senseless way to die. They say that he expended his last soul cells during Zoraljar's attack on the city.
For an upright, hard-working man to meet such an unceremonious end, it feels wrong.
But we'll be fine, won't we? Even if the system no longer erases our memory of the departed, the regulators continue to function. I shan't go before my time. Growing old and passing peacefully with the help of the ushers is only natural.
Well, you may think so, but how are we to know? We have no memory of those who have gone. More may have met violent deaths than passed from old age, and we would be blissfully unaware. It could happen to you, or me, to any of us.
Then what are we to do? Spend every waking moment thinking only of how we might die?
With time, I had hoped that they'd be able to adjust to their new situation.
Look! It's Queen Sphene!
What? If this is...
What?
Help, Queen Sphene! The grown-ups are really upset, and I don't know what to do!
I see that you are as kind-hearted as ever, Nico. Never fear. I'm here to set things aright.
I don't understand. Sphene is gone. Forever. You there, Gusson. You were the Queen's aide, weren't you? What's the meaning of this?
Begging your pardon, Vow of Resolve. But Her Majesty Queen Sphene is paying visit to her people, as is her wont.
What are you talking about? Sphene is dead. You officiated the funeral yourself. We all placed flowers to mourn her passing.
A funeral? For Her Majesty? What a curious jest. You know full well that ceremony was to commemorate those lives lost during the attack of Alexandria. Her Majesty walks among her people that she might support them in this most trying of times. Surely that is not cause for consternation.
Your Majesty, won't you free us from these terrible memories of the departed? This is no way to live. Not for us, nor our children.
I wish that I could. Truly I do. But with living memories shut down, even I cannot restore the system that once afforded us that comfort. You needn't fret, however. I have prepared an alternate solution.
All of us shall be made endless.
This bitch. Ugh.
I have created a new system that allows you to transplant your memories directly into an ethereal vessel. One not reliant upon soul cells.
Literally hit us with the scheming Asian music. Like, okay.
This way, you need never again fear death. You may live as you please, and for as long as you like. Our stores of ether are, at present, not sufficient to provide this boon to everyone. But some of you received neo-regulators for the funeral ceremony, did you not?
Told you. Told you. They don't just hand out those cool-looking black ones. for freezies and not have repercussions where your soul gets sucked into them and you cease to exist.
And there are still more we have yet to distribute. 5,000 in all. One day soon, those with neo-regulators will be called to join the Endless, and thence be free of suffering forevermore.
Lady, how many nihilistic villains must I put down? I'll keep doing it.
But only 5,000 of us?
You Tural! The real Sphene would never be content to save only some of her people. Who are you?
Let's go!
I am Sphene, the Queen of Reason.
Fuck yes! That's awesome!
Let's return to the back room. I need to calm down, and then we'll talk.
Is this music they've used before, or did they create creepy Sphene music? Because I am here for it. I would not turn my back on these people at all. I would not turn my... I would be like... All right, I want to see something really quick. Something was off in that scene, and I must go back and look. You'll bear with me. Something was a little off, and I couldn't look because we were busy fooling around. I mean, according to this, it looks like Queen Sphene. Everything seems Sphene-y. Nothing seems different. The outfit, Jesse. What about the outfit? I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at Sphene... What do you mean the outfit? What are you trying to say to me? What are you trying to say? Do you know something that I don't know? Her back didn't have runes? Is that what was weird about that? Hold on. Let's see when she comes in. All right, hold on. Let's see really quick. Is the crown the same? The crown's the same. The thing on her belt is this. Hold on, I'll show you right now. Window. Nope, that's well, I mean, this works. First off, that's normal Sphene. That's how Sphene looks. And this is the Sphene we have from the video. Crown looks the same. All this appears to be the same. You're saying that the runes are different? There's the thing on her chest is still there. We haven't seen her back, so I don't know. The hip thing's always been there. That's not that. All this seems normal.
Help, Queen Sphene. The grown-ups are really.
Her back tattoo. Let me see. It looks the same. Yeah, looks similar. Yeah, there's a back tattoo. I'm looking at it right now. You can see right the. Can you see my thing? Right, back tattoo 1, back tattoo 2. Right there. It's right, literally it's right there. There's tattoo 1, there's tattoo 2, and if you need to know what that looks like, see, that's what it's supposed to look like. And then that's where it is. It's right there. So that's not different. So what? I don't know. Something seemed off, though, about her character, and I just don't know what it is, and it's driving me crazy. I mean, obviously, besides she's like, I'm alive, but there's something, like, weird. I don't know yet. I noticed something, and now I can't figure it out. I can't figure out what I noticed was different. Oh, well. I'm sure we'll have our answer soon.
There's not to report yet, but we have all eyes and ears out and never keep an heritage found.
Sphene was erased? But if she's back, then are the endless? Seriously, what was that? Great question. You saw Sphene with your own eyes then, so it wasn't someone else? You heard about Queen of Reason's proclamation. The rumors spread through the district like wildfire. Without the mesoterminal, how does she propose to create new endless? We must contact Gishola as soon as possible. We only got the proclamation from a distance, but I can tell you that the message about neo-regulators was received with utmost clarity. It couldn't have been Sphene. She should have been destroyed when the mesoterminal was shut down. Not a single Alexandrian to bear witness. Presented with an identical figure claiming to be the beloved queen, 'tis no surprise that they would choose to believe she's alive. What is troubling, however, is that her denial that the funeral was held in her honor, 'tis as if their memory's been erased. I mean, they're all still wearing that stupid thing. Given that the members of Oblivion remain unaffected, that was likely the work of the regulators, but by who? Preservation, dude! Someone smart enough to play at being Queen of Reason. And in that guise, even if someone suspected deception, most of Alexandria would be on their side. We need to find out who she really is. Well, I agree wholeheartedly. We should avoid drawing more attention than we already have. We must be patient until Oblivion's network turns up a lead, or until our self-proclaimed queen makes the next move. None of these I'm going to use, but okay. What if we got a meanwhile? Meanwhile. Let's go! Yes, yes, meanwhile.
Where am I? My people? Are they safe? Why am I?
Fear of death, people turn to Queen Reborn, their fates to learn. You know who it is, right? You know who's in Sphene, right? You know who it is. I saw that hand. That hand that appeared, that beautiful manicured hand. That hand right there, that like we saw a little bit of a hand. It was like, who am I? Obviously Xenos is back. It's obviously Xenos. Returned, switching bodies. Sphene is in Xenos. Xenos is in Sphene. It's happening. Y'all thought I was crazy, but we're back, baby. And he's gonna be like, that's you. Why do you look at? He looked like he smiled. It's happening. You think I'm crazy? It's happening. What a perfectly manicured hand. No one else has a manicured hand like that. There's only one man. When she looked at the hand, she was like, this is the hand of a man who tried to punch a Lalafell in the face. I have no idea what's happening. I couldn't even begin to tell you. So now there's two of them? Great, cool, awesome, so neat. No idea what that means. Sphenos. Cursory glance, but she found him. The thing that's crazy is that there was that Sphene was found. If I was Stola right now, I'd be like, go get little J. I wouldn't wait 3 months to do this. Like, go get little JC now. Also, great cliffhanger. Big fan. Love that. Good work. Good work. 7.1. Awesome. Love you for that. Good work. Good work. Also, I learned I've been saying words wrong this entire time. Look at me.